everyone, welcome to JSP Ambience Luxury. My name is Jenny and I am the owner and creator of JSP Ambience Luxury. Today is our segment called The Strength of a Woman. But before we continue, let me remind our ladies, our girls, our mothers, our stepmothers, our wives, that we are the finest of all God's creation. Is a statement of fact. Today, we're going to be talking about tips on dating tips. That's what we're going to be talking about today, dating tips. How to go out there and start dating again, especially for women who are over 40 years old. You know, you raise your children up, or your children are about to get out of the house, and you're thinking, how can I get back out there? How can I find love again? How can I be loved again? What are the things, how do I behave, and what are the things that I should be looking for when I'm going out on a date? Don't worry, I got your back. So, number one tip that we're going to be talking about today is, I have everything written down, so don't pay me no mind when I'm looking at my notes. Identify the type of a man you want in your life. Identify maybe a white man, maybe a black man, a Chinese man, Indian man. Identify what kind of a man you want in your life, because when you identify what you want in your life or who you want in your life, the universe will get that person to you. Trust me, I am a living witness. So identifying the kind of man that you want in your life, and in identifying that man and talking to, maybe you met that person, now you're talking to that person. One of the things that you should look out for when you're talking to that person is, does he have his own house? Does he live in his own apartment? Does he have his own crib where he lays down his head? Does he have his own house? Ladies, if a man does not have his own house, if a man is living in his mama's basement, there is a recipe for a disaster. Guess what? Run. If you're talking to somebody and he says, oh, I live with my mama in the basement, I'm sharing a house with my mama, I'm sharing a house with my cousin, please run. If they say, oh, they moved back to being with their mama, please don't date such men, because excuse me, because I believe a man, the Bible says, he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtaineth the favor of the Lord. I feel like when a man has come of age, if you are in your 30s, you're in your 40s, you're in your 50s, there are certain things that you should already have acquired in life. Because if a man does not have his own crib, if a man does not have his own house, he will be shuttling between your house and his mama's house. Whenever there's a problem, he runs back to his mama's house. Whenever there's a problem, he runs back to his mama's house. And trust me, you won't be able to deal with that. So make sure that you identify the kind of a man you want, and he has his own accommodation. He is paying his own bills. He is paying his own bills. He is taking care of his bills by himself. He has his own house. Please, let she who has ears hear what Jenny is saying to our ladies. So remember that if you pick up trash, or if you pick up a trashy man, don't be mad when he brings garbage to your home. Keep that at the back of your mind when you're picking up, or when you're picking out a man, or when you're going out on a date. If you pick out a trashy man, don't be surprised when he brings garbage home. Keep that at the back of your mind. Never forget. Number 2 is, ladies, packaging. How are you packaging yourself? If you're going out on a date, how are you packaging yourself? How put together are you. You have to dress like the life you want to attract. You have to dress like a lady. When you're going out on a date, you don't want a man to second guess if you're a woman. You don't want a man to second guess if you're a white or you're a black lady. You don't want anybody to second guess you. You want, when you appear, for the man to say you're a woman. For the man to say you're a lady. For the person to say, oh, you're a black lady, you're a white lady. Don't let that man second guess you. That's not good. And when you going out on a date, make sure the color that you select for your clothes makes you stand out in the crowd. It makes you stand out in the crowd. When you're walking into that bar, or when you're going to that restaurant to meet him, make sure it's a color that makes you appealing, that makes you, I want that woman. Don't go wearing black. For me in particular, when I'm going out on a date, I don't wear black colors. When I'm going out to a party, I don't wear black colors. When I'm going to any function, I just don't wear black. I might wear maybe black pants, but my top is gonna be some kind of color, because I like, when I come into a room, when I go somewhere, I like to brighten up the place. You can wear like pinkish kind of dress. You can wear like red is very, very attractive. You can wear like orange, yellow, the kind of colors that make you stand out in a crowd. Because when you come in, you want to walk in with this on your shoulder. Now, talking about packaging also, make sure that you're not being too fake. That's another thing. You're not being too fake. So how we talk about our colors that we wear. Now, when it comes to your nails, make sure your nails are neutral colors. Make sure your nails are not those kind of nails that will be poking somebody, because what you're trying to do is to woo that man. What you're trying to do, woo that man? What you're trying to do is to get that man interested in you. What you're trying to do is to make that man your own man, to get him to be your husband. That's what you're trying to do. So on your first date, on your second date, you don't want to be wearing 10 inches long nails, those nails that poke you, or your lashes, the eyelashes that go all the way like 10 inches lashes. You don't want to wear all of this stuff. Just make your look soft to the eyes. Just make the nails. Even if you don't have nails, I went on a date the other time. I didn't have nails. I didn't even polish my nails. I just went like this. I'm like, I use my fingers for my job. So, but if you have to, just make your nails just neutral colors that makes you look natural, that makes you appealing and appetizing. Don't look too fake. I know some people say, oh, Jane, makeup. Yeah, I know makeup. So when you're going on a date, don't wear too much. You see how I have green eyeshadow? Don't wear this type of eyeshadow. Just make it just like neutral, like brownish skin kind of color. Just make it like toned down. I know later on you're going to be showing the man you can do so many colors on your face, but just tone it down, because remember, your aim is to get that man to be your man. Okay, I think I'm in number 4 now, is talk less. Ladies, talk less when you go out on a date. Talk less. Don't go there and be talking and talking and talking and talking. Allow him to talk. Let him be the one to talk. Just talk less. Don't go there and start spilling out your family history. Don't go there and start talking about who hurt you in the past, what this man did to you, what that man did to you. If somebody asks you, or if that man asks you, or your date asks you, when was the last time you saw your boyfriend? A year ago. When was the last time you were in a relationship? A year ago. Don't make it just too recent. Just say 6 months ago, a year ago. And how was the relationship? It was perfect. It's just that we were not having the same we're heading towards different directions, so we decided amicably to part our ways. Make it light. Don't make it like, oh, my boyfriend left me. I'm crying. My boyfriend left. That date is not going to come back to you. So talk less. The thing that you should be talking about, I went on a date the other day, and I talked less. And the thing I was talking about was, I think it was just one or two things I said. What I said was, I'm used to being spoiled by men. I am used to being spoiled by men. We got that out of the way because I don't want to bring somebody into my life and I had to be counting nickels and dimes. No, I don't want to do that. Those years have passed. I'm not living that life anymore because I'm not counting nickels and dimes when it comes to me. And even if I'm counting it by myself with my children. When I bring a man into my life, I shouldn't still be counting nickels and dimes. I shouldn't be doing that. So I told my date, I said, I'm used to being spoiled by men. You have any problem with that? He said, no, he doesn't have any problem. I said, okay. That's just where I'm coming from. I'm used to being taken care of by men. You have to set that standard a little bit high, because if you tell a man that, oh, my former boyfriend, he didn't help me out, he didn't take me to restaurants, he didn't buy me something for my birthday, and he didn't help me with some bills in the house, you're planting that seed in your new date. You're planting it in his head that, okay, if your boyfriend was able to do that and got away with it, I can do it too. I think I will get away with it. So you want to set the standard so high. Let them know that I'm coming from a relationship where I was well taken care of. It's just that we are not going towards the same direction. That's why we parted our ways. But I was well taken care of. That's why I said, make sure you organize yourself. Make sure you put yourself together. Don't look hoodie. Don't look ratchet going to a restaurant to go eat with somebody. And another thing, talking less is, when he asks you how about your family, please do not tell them your mama smokes weed, your daddy drinks alcohol, your grandpa eats tobacco. Don't go into those details. Let him down the lane. If he's serious with you, then he will discover those stuff himself. Don't go on your first date and be spilling out your family history. Please, ladies, don't do that. You want to comport yourself. You want to make him feel like, wow, I can actually be with this woman. Wow, I can actually have peace of mind with this woman. If you planting those seeds of your mama smoke weed, your papa drink alcohol, your grandpa choose tobacco, he'll be like, on your cousin is in the prison. He'll be like, what kind of raggedy family am I coming to? But you want to make him feel like, wow, I can actually have peace when I come to this woman's life. Moving on to number 5. Number 5, ladies, open your ears. Number 5 is, please eat before you go on a date. Eat food in your house before you go on a date. I know some people will be like, oh, why should I eat in my house if I'm going out on a date? Eat in your house. Remember, you package yourself like you're well brought up. Remember, you organize yourself like you're somebody. Remember, you're talking like, oh, you already told him that you are well taken care of by your previous relationship. So you don't want to go to a restaurant and be chewing everything there. No, eat at home. Fill yourself up at home before you go to a restaurant on a date. Eat food first at your house. The reason being that when you go out on that date and the waitress asks you, what do you want? You don't go there and be telling the waitress you want hamburger, you want French fries, you want what else? You want pasta. No, you don't want those stuff. You want something that you can cut with your hand, with a fork and knife. You want like fish, like salmon. You want like chicken breast that you can hold and cut. You don't want something that you're gonna be, breaking in pieces and be chewing. Trust me, I've been there before. I went out on a date with this what's his name? He was an ex-marine, and he was cutting his meat, and I ordered for chicken wings. When the chicken wings came, I was looking at him cutting his meat. I'm like, how am I going to use this fork and knife to cut the chicken wings? And I was breaking the chicken wings in pieces and be chewing it by myself. And they went well, but in retrospect, I shouldn't have done that. You hear me? I shouldn't have done that. Anyway, that relationship, that I just went out with him, it didn't work because he was too handsome for me. He was too beautiful for me. So when you go out on a date, ladies, get some vegetables like broccoli, steamed broccoli, like corn. Don't go and be ordering salad. The reason why you don't want to do salad when you go out on a date, which is good, but you don't want to be eating something that will stain your lips. You don't want something that will stain your lipstick, or that will clean your lipstick. You want something that you can bite, you can put in your mouth and bite. That's why I'm saying maybe on your second date or your third date you can be doing the salad, or you can do the hamburgers. But on your first date, only do like things that you can cut. And again, I've said that don't go there and empty your stomach. Don't drink alcohol when you go out on a date. Don't drink beer when you go out on a date. Eat something that makes you ladylike. And you don't have to finish everything on the plate. You don't have to finish that. But the point I'm driving at is, make sure you eat at home before you go on a date. That way you're not going to go there and empty your stomach. That way you're going to be picking your food instead of emptying your stomach. Because I remember a friend of mine years ago, she went on a date with this man, and she by herself ate food that amounted to $100. When they were done eating, the man told her that she was going to pay for her own bills. She was like, no, I'm not going to pay. The man said, no, you're going to pay for your bills. So she paid. Luckily, she had money on her. She paid. And when she was telling me that, I said, you shouldn't have done that. When somebody take you out for a dinner or whatever, you don't go there and empty your stomach. Just eat lightly. That's why I'm advocating that you eat food at home first before you go out on a date. Maybe a second date, third date, fourth date, that's fine. But on your first date, ladies, make sure you eat your food. You fill yourself up at home. That's why I talk about women empowerment. That's why I talk about enriching yourself. That's why I talk about doing stuff for you. You can't, so that way you don't go out there and be looking like a beggar, because you're the woman of your own. You can eat whatever thing you want to eat at home, and when food comes, you just take it with a pinch of salt. You don't go there and do like you're not coming from somewhere. Number 6, which is the last thing, is talk about your goals and your plans. From the get-go, talk about your goals, your plans in life. Date with a purpose. Don't just say, oh, I just want to have a boyfriend so we can shack up together. Date with a purpose. If that's your purpose, then have that at the back of your mind. If you want marriage, on your date, on your first date, I feel that you should make that clear to the person that my purpose of coming out, my purpose of meeting you, my purpose of wanting to be in a relationship with you is I want marriage, maybe 2 years, 5 years from now. I'm not going to be, just girlfriend and boyfriend for the rest of my life, because remember, ladies, you are in your 40s, or you are in your 30s. You want somebody who can be there for you and you'll be there for him. The reason why I say date with a purpose is because if you don't know where you're going in life will take you to where you never intended to be. If you don't have a purpose for your dating in life, Life will take you to where you never intended to be in life. That's why you have to date with a purpose. Ladies, when you meet somebody, let them know that this is your intention. I'm not saying we have to get married now. I'm not saying we have to get engaged now, but this is my purpose for dating you. This is my purpose of coming out. This is my purpose of wanting to be with you. Share your, even some of your goals, your personal goals. What are the things that you want to do in life? What are your dreams and your aspiration in life? Talk to him, let him know that, wow, let him see reasons why if he doesn't date you, he's gonna be missing out in life. Tell him, oh, I'm going back to school. Tell him I just bought a house, I'm buying a house, or I'm refurbishing my house, or I'm remodeling my house, I'm doing something, I'm setting up this business, because it's what you have in your hand that God can multiply. You don't know who that person you're talking to. When you're telling him, oh, you're starting up a business, you're doing this, you're doing that, you don't know if he's somebody who can help you. I remember when I bought my house, I was talking to somebody and I didn't know he was doing construction. I was just talking to him. I didn't know he was into construction, and we started dating. And he was very helpful in me doing my cement work, because he told me what I'm worth to do. So you don't know what is out there for you. And that's why I tell women, make sure you have a purpose, make sure you have a dream, make sure you have a vision, because it's what you have that God can work on. It's what you have that God can send angels to come help you. If you don't have anything, if you tell a man, I want a wig, I want an earring, I want a bubble gum, I want eyelashes, those are not goals, those are not dreams, those are not visions. Those are things that you can achieve by yourself. Those are things that you can do by yourself. Don't go around telling a man to buy a wig for you. Don't go around telling a man buy earring for you, buy a bubble gum for me, buy candy for me, put gas in my tank for me. Those are things that come naturally. But when a man is with you, or when you're talking to a man, he sees bigger visions, he sees bigger goals. He want to be a part of that. Most men want to be a part of that, want to be part of that. So have goals and have visions for yourself, women, before you go out on that date. These are my tips for dating. I think my next video, I'm not going to tell you what my next video is, but it's going to be towards this direction also. And I hope you like it. So I will see you next time. Don't forget that the Lord is the strength of a woman, and nobody's going to love you more than you love yourself. My website is www.jspambionceluxury.com. Go support your girls. Your girl. I have my candle, I have my soap, and I have my hair oils there. Until I see you again, bye for now. Take care of yourself and take care of each other.